Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and today is the first day of the Unity Sprint into Spring sale. Also, it is the beginning of Real World Spring. If I sound a little weird, it's also the beginning of Real World Allergy Season. Yoy! But anyways, back to the sale. Basically, the way this works is there are a number of items on their store for 50% off, hundreds of them. You can also get an extra 5% off on sales of more than 100 and 10% off sales of more than 150 bucks using the code SPRING 2021. So, straightforward sale. You've got a ton of stuff that is 50% off. Things like Genna Pro, Odin, Gaia, Final IK. Most of the things that you really think about when you think Unity plugins, they're on sale. You've got Playmaker out there, a lot of the Polygon kits, and so on. So if you were looking for an asset on the Unity Asset Store, there's a pretty good chance that right now it is 50% off. The Who's Who, more mountain stuff are all on here as well. So if you are looking for an asset off the Unity Store right now, you can get it basically for at least 50% off, but then you can add up to 10% off if you get a whole bunch of assets using that Spring 2021 code. But on top of that, there is a deal of the day. So each day, you get one item 70% off. Now we're going to quickly, and I do mean quickly, run through all of the items. So basically, it's just going to be in sequential order, starting with today at Genna Pro. So by the way, don't buy this at 50% off. Buy it at 70% off. And those are that day only. So today's deal is Genna Pro, Train Villages, Roads, and Rivers. So this is the first one, April 12th. So you see here, we got a schedule of the things that are going to be here, 70% off. First one today is Genna Pro. We move on to the next day. It's Nanny Novel, Visual Novel Engine. So you're seeing right now is the full price. So it's going to obviously be 70% off that value. Also, one of those things to be aware of, in years past, at the final day, they kind of did a rerun. So sometimes there's a second chance, but not always. Don't bank on it. So you're going to want to grab the thing on the day if there's a specific item you want, but there's a small chance you'll be able to get it again later on. All right, so the day after that, we've got Micro Splat Ultimate Bundle, doing things like anti-tiling, decals, global texturing, scattering, terrain blending, and so on. Next up, we have the Poly Art Animal Forest Pack. Art packs are pretty straightforward in terms of what they're all about. And again, the price you're seeing here is the full price, so take 70% off of that. Next up, we have the Detailed Medieval Castle Pack. Pretty nice. Actually, it's good-looking stuff for sure, but again, asset packs are generally about as straightforward as they get in terms of what you're getting there. And then we get the Urban Traffic System Full Pack. I think this is in a previous bundle. It really looks familiar to me, but it does things like it controls the traffic system, plus you've got 121 models of people, and then you've got things like mountain biking, mopeds, scooters, vans, motorcycles, cars, trucks, semis, and buses. Each human model is about 49, so you can see them in action up here, 4,900 polygons, so definitely game ready. So if you need to create your own city and populate it with people and cars and vehicles that behave properly, this one could be a good pickup for you. Next up, we have the Monster Ultimates Pack 02 Cute Series, a series of we could be honest here and basically say Pokemon ripoffs. It's definitely got that look to it. But a series of monster models, all pretty low polygon. I believe the majority... Okay, so this pack has 24 characters. All of the texture sizes are 2K. Rigged and animated. All right, so it's a generic Mechanum rig setup, so they are ready to go in that regard. And then we got the Fantastic City Generator. This would actually mesh well with your traffic generator, so if you wanted to make a full-blown city with traffic in it, you can combine these two together. To give realistic cities of various sizes with rivers, tunnels, and bridges, 305 unique buildings, and several 3D objects, left or right-hand traffic, so if you drive on the wrong side of the road, you can represent that in your game as well. You can resize your city manually and so on, all in one click. So if you want to create huge cities basically fast, the Fantastic City Generator could be a good pick for you. Next up, we have 250 plus hand-painted texture mega bundle. Yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. It's a ton of hand-painted textures. We've got 306 unique textures in the collection. Yep, pretty straightforward once again. Next up, we have the Bubble Shooter Kit. This one is most complete toolkit for creating your own bubble shooter style game in Unity. Basically a template for creating bubble shooters style games. Pretty self-explanatory in the end. obviously also extremely niche in terms of the targeting on that one. Next up, we have the Simple Apocalypse cartoon assets, collection of cartoony post-apocalyptic murder Santa in sort of the Roblox style. I wonder if I should say Roblox style, because Roblox style is Minecraft style evolved, but this is more Roblox than Minecraft in my opinion. But you see 22 characters, 3 skins apiece, 28 zombies, 3 skins apiece, 35 vehicles, 119 buildings, 67 environment assets, 48 item assets, 404 props, 75 weapons, and 43 character animations. So if this is the art style you're going for, you can get a huge volume of models ready to go for your cartoony post-apocalyptic game. That one also seems a little on the niche side. Next up, we got guns. We got lots and lots and lots and lots of guns. It's the Ultimate FPS Weapon Pack. Here we have, does it break down the weapons? Nope. It's just 22 AAA quality weapon models. You can sort of see which kind of models you're coming with. This always kind of brought up an interesting thing. So this is like a P90. This is an AK-47. That is an M4, I think. That's a Heckler and Koch. What is that? Not MP38. Anyways, you know, G8, whatever. All of these. That's a Luger. It's a Colt, I believe. That's okay, my pistol recognition isn't as good, but you're going to find that a lot of times by silhouette alone you can recognize what a weapon is. But it does lead to the interesting question is, can you call it what it is in game, or do you have to pay a licensing fee? And the answer to that question isn't as obvious as you'd think. So a lot of it comes down to when the product was actually released, who owns the copyright on it, if it is an active copyright, and so on and so forth. So a lot of times they may not actually name the weapons what the weapons are, but these are straight up like that is a real world weapon. That is an AK-47, and they're really high detail, to be honest. So giant weapon pack there. We got the Mega Animations pack. This is a collection of This package contains the Basic Motions Pro Villager Animations Pack, Melee Warriors Animation Pack, Caster Mage, Throwing Animation, Dance, Soldier, Archer, and IK Helper tools. So if you are looking for a ton of animations for your game, that's what that pack is all about. And then we have the Future Slums Kit Bashing Kit for creating, well, Future Slums. Like so. Generally, these are built out of a whole bunch of small components that can go together. That's where the word kit bashing comes from. We actually don't show a kit bash. We're just seeing the results of it. But basically, it's like the balconies, the fascia on the front, the windows, and so on, so you can create an infinite variety of things for populate your world. This one has 315 assets, 384 meshes, 15 PBR textures, 48 textures, all at 4K resolution, and a total of 5.7 million polygons. Next up, we have the Fighter Pack Bundle. This one is a set of combines 4 Fighter Mechanum animation packs into one giant discounted bundle. So you got the Female Fighter, Male Fighter, Heavy Fighter, and the Berserker Fighter animation packs. There's just a total of 252 animations overall. Next up, we have the Low Poly FPS pack. Let's head on over here. It's lower polygon. So it's like low poly, but it's not cartoon poly. Interesting. It's a bit of a center ground between the two. So your same guns, again, you notice they're not going to use the names. It's not an AK-47. This is an assault rifle. Again, I don't think anybody truly gets what the copyright here is. But here you're getting a third-person character model, character props, 18 unique animated arms with weapons, gun models, bullets and casings, melee weapons, scopes and attachments, customizable scopes, demo scenes to show it all off, integrated knife and grenade throwing animations, and so on and so forth. A number of animations includes aiming, shooting, grenade throwing, knife, holster, take out weapon, idle, walking, and so on. And a ton of third-person animations for walking, jumping, grenade throwing, and so on. So yeah, basically if you're creating a low-poly game, it's all of the weapons, all of the controllers, all of the animations you would need to make it. So, then we have the Puzzle Match Kit. Like we had the Bubble Match Kit earlier on. Actually, I'm guessing this is the same company, but this is for making your Match 3 style games. Pretty straightforward. Optimized for mobile, supports reward ads, in-app purchases, and so on. So basically, it's a template for creating that style of game. Then we've got the PolyQuest World Full Pack Volume 1. I have no idea what this is, so I'm learning along with you. First volume of PolyQuest series, a high-quality, modular, and versatile family of high-end, low-polygon assets. All right, so it's an asset pack. Kind of assets. I don't know. Let's look at the pictures. All right, this is weird. It's for making more or less abstract. Whoa. Whoa. All right, you guys went over the top on your thumbnails. Let's just randomly stop on page like 96 of thumbnails. Yeah, I don't get this one, to be honest, because a lot of this stuff you could do in seconds, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of art skill required here. Okay, this is an interesting one. If you can see the value here, let me know. I'm personally not seeing it. Next up, we're moving on to the CCG kit. This was actually one of the monthly features on Unreal Engine, and it was actually one of the most popular as well. And it's a kit for creating, Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering style games. Pretty straightforward. I do believe it supports multiplayer. So yeah, server authoritative multiplayer, integrated editor for creating new cards visually. There's a complete game demo, C# source code, etc. So if you were ever looking at creating your own collectible card kit, CCG kit, again, when it was free for a month on Unreal Engine, this was one of the, by far and away, most popular options they've had yet. Now, it's interesting, I'm noticing this is game vanilla as well. So these kits are all basically from the same company, it seems. So that is it. So we've got Today's kit is the Genna Pro Trains, Villages, Roads, and Rivers, and so on pack. Plus, we've got a number of items out there for 50% off. And then each additional day going forward on the daily calendar, we are going to have an item there. I will link to this page, so if you want to go and check out the day for each one, you can actually set a calendar reminder. It's an ICS file you download to your phone or your email program, so it'll remind you when the daily sale is. So for each one of those particular days, you can get it, and you're seeing how much money you're saving on that particular day here, but it's 70%. So 70% off some of these things. This one was quite expensive, so 70% off is quite a huge savings, whereas a couple of these were a little bit on the cheaper side, relative. So this one, for example, you're only going to save $63. So the amount of savings obviously is directly relevant to the initial cost of the asset. So that is it. That is the Sprint into Spring sale over at the Unity Asset Store. Let me know what you think, comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.